Fans are anticipating the potential release of Guardians of the Galaxy 4, although it might deviate from the conventional fourth movie structure seen in Thor: Love and Thunder. James Gunn, the director behind the Guardians franchise, is currently busy with his commitments in the DC Universe, which means his return to Marvel might be delayed. Even prior to his involvement with DC, Gunn had suggested that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 would serve as the final adventure for the current team, but not the definitive end for the Guardians as a whole.
Max, stay here with Rocket. Watch him, that's who they're coming for.
I want to come.
No, Mantis, watch Drax.
Groot, you know what to do with these.
While the emotionally charged third film reached its conclusion without major character deaths, there were notable farewell moments. Certain members of the Guardians cast, such as Dave Bautista, have also expressed their intentions not to reprise their roles in future installments, and we will discuss this further later in the video. However, Gunn has expressed openness to the idea of someone else helming a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with one condition: they should bring their own unique perspective to the project rather than trying to mimic his style. He believes that with the right director, the result could be truly remarkable. He shared this sentiment in an interview with Esquire Middle East, expressing his desire to collaborate with various talented directors. If another Guardians of the Galaxy movie does come to fruition, what can we expect from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4? So without further ado, let's explore what we currently know about the likelihood of a fourth installment and how the ending of Volume 3 sets the stage for it. Guardians of the Galaxy 4 cast. Who might return for Guardians of the Galaxy 4? The recent installment, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, thankfully did not witness the demise of any of our beloved Guardians, much to the relief of concerned fans. However, there is regrettable news, as a couple of significant cast members have seemingly confirmed their absence from future Marvel Cinematic Universe projects. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Zoe Saldana expressed her thoughts on the matter. "I don't believe this is the end for the Guardians. It is the end for me as Gamora." During an appearance on The Tonight Show in February 2023, Dave Bautista echoed similar sentiments, affirming that Drax's journey concludes here. He shared, "This is my 7th film as Drax, and my 3rd Guardians movie. It felt like our trilogy, you know? That's what we all committed to, a trilogy. I think this will be the final chapter of our Guardians of the Galaxy. We experienced these perfect character arcs and an almost storybook ending." Bautista drew a parallel between the end of his career and the current situation, emphasizing his desire to preserve Drax's storybook ending and avoid potentially tarnishing it. "I ended my wrestling career on a storybook note, and I would never go back to tarnish that," he said. "The same is true here. I got to wrap up Drax's story in the most appropriate way. There is a possibility that the other Guardians will return. The post-credit scene that displays the title card, 'The legendary Star-Lord will return,' confirms Chris Pratt's return as Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord. There is a possibility for other familiar faces to return with the formation of the new team. Bradley Cooper portrays Rocket, Sean Gunn portrays Kraglin, Will Poulter portrays Adam Warlock, and Vin Diesel portrays Groot. Karen Gillan, who plays Nebula, has expressed thoughts about her character's future. When Gillan finished filming for the current film, she took to Instagram to express her gratitude to director James Gunn, suggesting that this might be Nebula's final chapter. Despite Mantis going off on her own at the end of Volume 3, there is still hope for Palm Clementieff to reprise her role. Clementieff has expressed her attachment to James Gunn's writing for Mantis in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, stating that it would be challenging to portray the character with a different writer. Although it seemed that Chukwudi Iwuju's character, the High Evolutionary, died in the 3rd film, James Gunn has confirmed that the villain is actually imprisoned on Nowhere after being saved by Drax before his ship exploded. This revelation opens the possibility for the High Evolutionary to return, potentially seeking revenge if the Guardians make a comeback. Will there be a 4th Guardians of the Galaxy film? While fans adore the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, it is unclear whether we will see the Guardians in their current form again. Director James Gunn has stated that the films will be a trilogy. During the European premiere, he revealed that he intended for the story to revolve primarily around Rocket, claiming that he needed to return to Rocket's origins to complete the narrative. This approach enabled him to bring the story to a close. However, when Gunn appeared on the Hero Nation podcast in January 2022, he hinted that the 3rd installment would mark the final appearance of this specific team of Guardians. This suggests that while their story may have reached its end, it doesn't necessarily mean the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise as a whole. In the comics, the Guardians of the Galaxy have undergone different iterations, indicating the possibility of a fourth movie featuring a new team. The third film even sets up the foundation for a new team, which could eventually be explored in future Marvel Cinematic Universe projects. After Peter Quill decides to return to Earth and Mantis embarks on her own journey, Rocket assumes the role of the new leader of the Guardians. Meanwhile, Nebula and Drax remain on Nowhere to govern the city. In the mid-credit scene, Rocket is shown assembling his new team, which includes Kraglin, Cosmo, Groot, Adam Warlock, and Phyla, who is likely the MCU's interpretation of Phyla Vell. This lineup presents a formidable team, although it remains uncertain if they will receive their own standalone movie. Currently, it seems more plausible that this version of the Guardians will make appearances in the upcoming Avengers double bill that concludes the multiverse saga, rather than having their own separate adventure. However, it is conceivable that in Phase 7 or future phases, they could potentially have their own standalone outing. Guardians of the Galaxy 4's potential release date. When can we expect Guardians 4? As of now, Guardians of the Galaxy 4 has not been officially confirmed, so there is no specific release date to expect. If a fourth movie is given the green light, it will likely take several years before it is released in theaters. Based on the release pattern of the previous Guardians of the Galaxy films, we can gain some insight. The first movie was released in 2014, followed by a 3-year gap until Guardians Volume 2 in 2017. Then, there was a significant 6-year gap until Guardians Volume 3 premiered in 2023, mainly due to various factors. Considering this timeline and Marvel's current trajectory in Phase 6, it is reasonable to anticipate that Guardians 4, if it materializes, would be part of Phase 7. This suggests that we might have to wait until late 2026 for a potential new Guardians movie. Disney has already reserved release dates for July 24, 2026 and November 6, 2026 for upcoming Marvel releases, which could potentially include a Guardians of the Galaxy sequel. In a nutshell, the possibility of a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4 is uncertain, but there are indications that the franchise may continue with a new team. James Gunn, the director of the Guardians films, has expressed openness to another director taking on the project. The cast for Guardians 4 is unclear, but some actors have indicated they may not return. If the movie is made, it will likely be released in late 2026 or beyond. The Guardians franchise has left a lasting impact, and fans await further updates. Well, that's it. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. And do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.